So now 2-0 in favor of Iowa Lake starting the second period. 6-5 in the team score favor Iowa Central. We started at the 165 weight with Greg Schmalz and Luis Bianchi. Bianchi got the technical fall for 5 points. And then went up to 174. Jonah Egley pinned Brady Brott. And that's how we've gotten to 6-5 if you're just joining us. We're at Brady Vogel staying with 174.
Both wrestlers seem to like to be tied up. If Brady Vogel could just reach in for that, for the Iowa Lakes wrestler's left leg, he should be able to take him down pretty easy. 2 points awarded to Iowa Lakes for that takedown. Brady just tried to roll out there, hoping that he could get the reversal right there, but it didn't work out in his favor. Iowa Lakes gave him a little bit of breathing room, which allowed Iowa Lakes to be able to recover from that roll.
And now 30 seconds of riding time for Iowa Lakes. 30 seconds left to go in the second period. We're up to 40 seconds on riding time.
Looks like Iowa Lakes is going for the chicken wing, but Brady was almost able to get an escape there, but they will be starting in the down position now, as Brady hopes that he can get an escape and get this match a little bit closer.
Well, they had it up for a second on our scoreboard, but they just took it off. They thought it was an escape, but it was not, as you said.
Only 17 seconds left in the second period.
10 seconds left to go here in the second period. Riding time still going up for Iowa Lakes. They've reached a minute now.
So that will be a point awarded at the end of the match. The only way they won't get that 1 point is if Brady is able to ride for at least 6 seconds to get that underneath, to get that the riding time for Iowa Lakes under a minute. Iowa Lakes is now down. Brady is going to be on top. Iowa Lakes taking his time to get set to try and catch his breath before this match, or before the third period gets underway.
So now there's the escape for Iowa Lakes. It's now 5-0.
And Brady was able to get that 6 seconds of riding time, so Iowa Lakes will not be getting the point as of right now at the end of the match for riding time. This has been a very physical hand fighting match, as the first period was practically neutral the entire time.
And if the score would hold up right now, Iowa Lakes would only get 3 points.
And that would put them ahead 8-6. It's still early in the night. There's plenty of wrestling to be wrestled.
1 minute left to go here in the final period. And now there's another takedown by Iowa Lakes. They're now up 7-0. And they're back over a minute for the riding time, so they'll get that extra point.
40 seconds left in the third period. That one point of riding time won't be able to decide the match. 1 point for the escape for Vogel.
So 28 seconds as we'll restart in the neutral position as they went out.
The Iowa Lakes coach is not happy with the way his wrestler is wrestling, as he just yelled for him to get a takedown towards the end of this period, and he's able to get that takedown. So two more points awarded to Iowa Lakes. It is now 9-1. I don't see much more happening in this period as there's only 5 seconds left.
So Iowa Lakes will win this matchup 9-1. Excuse me, 10-1 after the riding time bonus.
Next up, we got, I believe, Tyree Sutton.
Kevin Honor will be 197 for Iowa Lakes.
Yep, just confirmed we will now be at 197. Tyree Sutton and Trevon Honor for Iowa Lakes. Sutton is from Keensburg, New Jersey. He's a freshman. Moffitt said that he is one of the wrestlers to watch this season as he is a team leader only being a freshman.
After the Iowa Lakes win, they now have the team lead 9-6.
They're getting close to the edge of the mat right now. This is another physical match, as have been all the matches that we have had so far. Iowa Lakes tried for the takedown right there, but was unable to get it. Tyree Sutton
And he'll get the takedown.
Gets the takedown, and he's looking
for the
pin him
quick
right
pin.
here.
Looking for the quick pin. He has the back points right now. Can he get the shoulder blade down?
Currently has 4
Quick
back
pin.
points. If Tyree Sutton could get,
Very close.
if Tyree could have gotten Iowa Lake's Trevon Honor's elbows out of the mat, he would have been able to pin him. But Trevon Honor had a great fight there, by not getting pinned, by digging his elbows into the mat and making sure his shoulder blades did not touch.
Honor will get the
1 point escape.
But it is 6-1.
Tyree just got
There's
the takedown going for
And
he
there's
just
a
pinned
pin.
him. Tyree Sutton with the quick pin, only a minute 20 left in the first period. And that right there is why Luke Moffitt told us to watch out for Tyree Sutton. He is one to be reckoned with. And now to the heavyweight, we have Jordan Hill from Victorville, Carolina. He is a sophomore going against Montana Fuller, a freshman out of Lakin, Kansas.
So with that pin by Tyree Sutton, that puts Iowa Central back on top of the team lead, 12-9. So after the heavyweights, we go back to the top with the 125 matchups. And out of bounds will start back at the middle.
Iowa Lakes hoping to get that takedown right there, but both of his feet just were slightly outside of the circle, so the ref had to call him out of bounds, and they start back in the neutral position. Looks like Iowa Lake is going for the throw. He's trying to get Jordan Hill up above his arms, and he was just looking to throw him, but Hill said no, and they get back to where they started.
Cody Alish, the head coach of Iowa Lakes, Luke Moffitt.
2 points awarded to Jordan Hill for that takedown.
And then called out of bounds, restart, but the takedown points will be awarded to Jordan Hill, so it is 2-0 in favor of Iowa Central. We'll start in the down position. Will Fuller.
The ref was just saying there that Iowa Lakes did not get the escape because they were both out of bounds, and he blew the whistle before Iowa Lakes could get that escape.
So now Jordan Hill trying to rise his riding time.
He's currently only at 20 seconds, but being in the heavyweight matchup right now, either most of the time is fought on their feet or on the ground. There's not many takedown and escapes in the heavyweight class.
And now looking for back points, and But the ref says no, as he wasn't fully on his back, and there's the escape point for Montana Fuller. It's 2-1 now. 1 minute left to go here in the first period.
Looked like the Iowa Central coaches had some words with the official, as they thought that Montana Fuller was on his back for at least a second, but he says otherwise. Only 35 seconds left in the first period. Jordan Hill has 44 seconds of riding time, looking to increase that to at least a minute to get 1 point at the end of the match. Looks like we have quite the crowd here to watch Iowa Central take on Iowa Lakes.
Yeah, it is packed.
And the fans keep filling in. Less than 10 seconds left in the first period. Both wrestlers trying to buy as much time as possible without letting their opponent get 2 points for a takedown.
After 1, Iowa Central leads 2-1.
So it looks like Montana Fuller deferred to the decision to Jordan Hill, and he'll take the defensive position.
Jordan Hill going against what his coach was saying. Jordan Hill was being told to take neutral because Luke Moffitt thought he had the better chance, but Jordan said that he's able to get out. And Jordan does what he says he can do.
So now 3-1 in favor of Jordan Hill and Iowa Central here in the fourth match of the night.
Both wrestlers are currently tied up, both looking to get a good takedown. And with the heavyweight class, you don't see them shooting for a leg very often. You see them more throw or kind of get lucky with the takedown. Like, there's skill behind it, but if you get them moving the direction you want them to go, then it gets pretty easy for you. Jordan Hill is leading 3-1 with a minute left in the second period.
12-9 Iowa Central in the team score.
Jordan Hill choosing to take it down, lost 4 seconds off of his riding time. So he's currently not going to be getting... He currently won't be getting the extra point at the end of the match as of right now. Jordan Hill keeps looking at the clock to see how much time is left. There's only 20 seconds left.
I'm surprised none of them have, or both of them haven't been warned of stalling yet.
Yeah, I'm shocked at that too, noticing that Jordan kept looking at the clock. He now took a peek over at the coach to see what he wants, or what the coach is telling him to do. And that is the end of the second period.
So let's see what...
Iowa Lakes coaches are telling Fuller to take down, and Fuller listens to what his coach says.
So it's 3-1 for Jordan Fuller of Iowa Central. Fuller down.
Jordan's riding time is increasing right now. And he breaks him all the way down to the mat, onto his stomach.
And that might get him to over a minute. He's at 53 seconds of riding time. Now trying to move him, but can't.
And Jordan has gotten to over a minute of riding time. Lets Fuller go. They're both winded. You can see Jordan huffing and puffing. He wants this match to be over. He keeps looking at the clock.
But he's only down 1 point. And there's plenty of time to get...
Fuller's looking to throw Jordan Hill here. Iowa Lakes fans and wrestlers and coaches are all furious that Hill hasn't been given a stalling warning yet. Fuller looking to be a little upset about it also.
So the riding time is over a minute for Jordan Hill. He would get an extra point. That's why Montana Fuller needs a takedown to at least tie Jordan Hill.
There's only 40 seconds left in the match. Hill is trying his hardest not to get a stalling warning.
But even if he does get a warning, that's only 1 point, and then he get an extra point, which would give him the win anyways.
Yeah, and he has to get the warning first. And there's just not enough time to get the warning and be called for stalling again. Fuller just, and the hand goes up. Hill now has a stalling warning with 10 seconds left. He's got to do something and not get the takedown. Hill with 1:05 riding time.
2 seconds. And that's the match, and Jordan Hill.
And Hill goes on to win the match 4-2 with that 1 point of riding time at the end.
So that'll give Iowa Central 3 more points, and they'll go up 15-9 in the team score. It looks like we're going to go back to the 125.
The top 125.
Jeremiah Cologne will take in Hassan Krieger.
Cologne being a sophomore out of Mason City, and Hassan Krieger is a freshman out of Loganville, Georgia.
And a quick takedown by Krieger. 2-0 in favor of Iowa Lakes.
Going from the heavyweight to the 125 class, you'll see the 125 pounders a lot quicker, and you'll see them get up and take down and do rolls like that.
Krieger looking to try to turn him, but right now blocking that is Cologne. He'll get the escape. It's now 2-1 Iowa Lakes. Now Cologne has the leg of Krieger.
Going for a single leg takedown. If he can just pop his head around, he should be awarded the 2 points for the takedown. You see Krieger there putting all of his weight on Cologne's head, trying not to get him to get the takedown. Cologne reached in for that leg desperately as he was getting close to tied up.
No points awarded yet, as both working on each other's legs. Right here, now Krieger.
If both wrestlers are like this for a certain amount of time, then they will both restart in the neutral position as the ref deems necessary that they weren't able to gain any ground from the position they were in.
Now Krieger takes the leg and he has the
2
takedown.
points.
So now 4-1 for Krieger and the Lakers of Iowa Lakes. 50 seconds left to go here in the first period of the 125 weight matchup. Jeremiah Cologne from Mason City. Hassan Krieger from Loganville, Georgia.
Cologne almost got himself in some trouble there as he tried rolling through, but Krieger stopped him, and he about got some back points.
Cologne looking for the escape, but instead taken down again by
Only
Krieger.
15 seconds left in the first period.
10 seconds left. And it looks like it'll just ride it out for the first period.
Iowa Lakes with 1:22 for riding time.
So now to start the second period, Cologne will start down.
With Cologne starting down, that's going to increase Iowa Lakes' riding time.
And he started early.
One point awarded to Cologne. For that fiasco that just happened there. Not sure who started early on that one. It looked to me like the ref was talking to Krieger from Iowa Lakes. Cologne goes for the single leg takedown. Iowa Lakes gets 2 points for the takedown and looking for some back points right now.
Krieger looking for a pin.
Looking for more than just back points, looking for the pin. Looks like he might get it here. His shoulder is right.
Hasn't started the count yet. He's very close, and there it is. The pin for Hassan Krieger.
Cologne put up a good fight there while he was on his back, trying to get out of that.
So that'll give Iowa Lakes 6 more points. And they tie it at 15
Now we got
in the team score.
Todd Small, who's ranked number 1. He is a returning national champion for Iowa Central. He is from Atlanta, Georgia, and he is going up against Jordan James from Bedford, Ohio.
Usually he wrestles at 125, but he's wrestling at 133 for this matchup.
He's wrestling at 133 to buy himself some time to get back down to 125 after the off season. The team score is currently tied at 15 as Krieger was able to pin Jeremiah Cologne from Iowa Central.
So as we said, stop it here, but we're tied at 15 in the team scoreless here in this match in the 133 weight matchup.
Looks like the ref just called a stalemate as neither wrestler was gaining any ground.
So
Todd just tried for the double leg takedown, but Jordan James was able to sprawl and make sure that didn't happen.
So this is our first look at Todd Small in the first home duel of the wrestling season, and they're out of bounds. We'll restart now. Stalling call warning against Jordan James as we restart neutral.
With these lighter guys, you see them taking a lot more shots compared to the heavier guys as they can move a lot quicker and they're able to sprawl when their opponent goes to shoot in for their leg.
And now and the stalling call again on James awards Small 1 point. 1-0 in favor of Todd Small now off a stalling call. 1:19 left to play here in the first period.
The Iowa Lakes coaches did not seem to be happy with that call, as I thought Todd Small was the one stalling there. The Iowa Central team is injury-ridden as they begin their year. They don't have too many returning sophomores on their squad. But Todd Small is one of them, and he was one of the ones that helped lead the team to a national title last year. The ref just called a stalemate as neither wrestler was able to get anything done there.
So back to neutral position to restart. 1-0 in favor of Todd Small. Just under 30 seconds left to play in the first period. Jordan James looking for a takedown, as well as Todd Small.
There's only 10 seconds left in this first period as both wrestlers have tried for shots.
Todd Small gets the takedown.
2 points awarded to Todd Small for Iowa Central, as you saw him dig his toes into the mat to make sure he stayed in bounds to get those 2 points before they went out of bounds.
And with 3.6 seconds left to go in the first period, 2 points awarded for Todd Small on the takedown. No escape points because they were out of bounds already.
The ref telling the score table to add 2 seconds to the clock, as the clock started when they had begun. But there was a caution to Iowa Lakes. No points awarded there to Iowa Lakes for the escape as time ran out.
So as we get ready for the second period, it's 3-0 in favor of Todd Small. He'll start down, it looks like. We're in the 133 weight.
Todd Small only has 5 seconds of riding time. But caution to Todd Small as he took off just a little too soon. The ref talking to him to make sure he goes on his whistle, not before.
We're tied in the team score at 15.
Now caution to the Iowa Lakes guys. He started early. The ref talking to him now, make sure he starts on the whistle.
And he's already gotten a stalling call on him. He's already given up a point for stalling. And he quickly takes Todd Small down, hasn't gotten the points for it yet.
The riding time is now going up for Iowa Lakes, as Todd Small had 5 seconds.
No points yet.
Iowa Lakes is now at 10 seconds.
Small back on his feet, still in bounds, and not anymore.
Todd hoping he could get the point for that escape there, but
so Jordan James is very close to 2 points for takedown, but not granted by the ref. It's still 3-0 in favor of Todd Small for Iowa Central. 1:36 left here in period number 2. And Jordan James right back on the attack and quickly out. 1 point awarded for the escape for Todd Small.
Todd Small is now leading 4-0 with 1:30 left in the second period.
So we'll start neutral.
Todd Small was one of 3 place winners last year at the national championship. He was one of the ones along with Dayton Racer at 149 and Thomas Peterson in the heavyweight class. Racer and Peterson are not returning this year as they were sophomores last year. So Todd's...
And another stalling call on Jordan James. That's the second stalling call in this matchup against Todd Small. Another point to Todd Small. It's 5-0.
Looks like Jordan might be a little fired up after that stalling call. You see him shooting a lot more than what he was doing before. Usually once someone gets called for stalling twice in a match, they tend to get a little fired up because they don't think that they were the ones stalling.
So a lot of quickness in this match, not a lot of riding time. Only 23 seconds of riding time. And now a caution to Iowa Lake's bench, it looks like.
Not sure what the ref was saying about Iowa Lakes, but the Iowa Lakes head coach is furious now.
And now Todd Small gets the takedown. Yep.
2 points awarded. Iowa Lake's riding time is now going down. It is currently at 19 seconds. 20 seconds left in the second period.
So 7-0 now in favor of Todd Small after the takedown. 20 seconds left to go here in the second period. And now, nice takedown. No points awarded yet. A hard fall for Jordan James.
Jordan James looks to be in a little pain now.
Yeah, that looked very painful.
Looks like Todd Small dropped Jordan right on his shoulder.
And James still down. That was a very hard fall. Todd Small just slammed him to the ground right here as you watch it again.
Oh yeah, dropping right on his shoulder.
That's going to shake up almost anybody.
As you see the trainer for Iowa Central over with Iowa Lake with Jordan James, seeing if he's okay to continue the match.
But that's what you would see with the number one ranked Todd Small. And he's looked impressive so far.
Yeah, and especially with them being 133 pounds, they're pretty light, so they flop around.
Yeah. So it looks like we're about to restart, maybe.
Jordan James will be taken down. He has 1 second of riding time. Actually, scratch that. Todd Small's choice, and he chooses to take down. So Iowa Lake's riding time will now be going up again. But looks like Todd Small is ready to go on bottom.
And he's out quickly and out of bounds, and they'll do it again. Todd Small will go right back to down.
It only took them 4 seconds to stand up and get out of bounds before they had to restart. Todd Small gets 1 point for the escape as they're fighting on the edge of the mat now.
So 8-0 in favor of Iowa Central. We have an update in the team score. It is 15-14 in favor of Iowa Central. They updated a past score in one of our matchups.
I think they gave 4 points to one of the previous matches that was not a pin.
And now Todd Small has the leg again, and two more
points awarded as he dug his toe into the mat again to make sure he got the 2 points before they were both out of bounds.
And now Todd Small now up to 10-0 over Jordan James. He'll be in the down position this time. 120 left to go in this 133 weight bout. Number 1 ranked Todd Small just lets out Jordan James to get a point. It's now 10-1.
I think Todd Small did that because he thinks that he can take him down even more.
And then
2 points awarded. Dug his toes in again, as you just saw.
Another big slam by Todd Small. Just not as big as the first one that shook up Jordan James for a minute. But it's 12-1 now.
And Todd Small's going to let him back up again, as he prefers not to ride. He's not going to get the point for riding time, as Iowa Lakes has 7 seconds, and there was a little over a minute left at the end of that period. They're both out of bounds, so no points awarded to Iowa Lakes.
12-2 after that escape. Now they'll start neutral.
Only 50 seconds left in the third period. Jordan James going to have to do a lot to take that score back from Todd Small.
Iowa Central tied or ranked 4th.
They are tied with Western Wyoming with 39 points on the year.
Iowa Lakes ranked number 7, and that's out of bounds. They'll restart.
Todd Small was trying to dig his toes in the mat again, as he is very good at. he's good at digging his toes in to make sure he gets those 2 points before he gets out of bounds.
And he's very quick. Would you say that that's a big key in wrestling?
For the lighter weights, yeah, you have to be quick. And if you're not quick, then you shouldn't be wrestling at that weight class.
Now Todd Small again.
Only 1 second left. No points awarded there as Todd Small did not have control of Jordan James. Todd Small still goes on to win 12-2.
So a 10-point win for Todd Small. He'll get Iowa Central 4 more points, and they'll go up 19-14 in the team score. Iowa Central with a 5-point team lead score.
The ref is over talking with Iowa Lakes right now to discuss what he had went over to the score table for when he looked over at Iowa Lakes bench.
So now we'll go on to the 141 weights as you watch.
Eric Clark, a sophomore out of Davenport, take on Anthony Fisher, a freshman out of Hartley, Delaware. Iowa Central is now leading 19-14 in the team scoring.
So it looks like we only have a couple more matches here tonight. The 149 and the 157, it looks like that's all we have left after this 141 bout.
The wrestlers in this weight class like to hand fight and get tied up quite often, hoping to set up their opponent for a trap that they want. Most of the time you see them with single or double leg takedowns.
So once again, this is the 141 weight class. First period, Eric Clark against Anthony Fisher.
Not much has been going on in this match, as there's a minute 30 left in the first period. So they're a minute 30 in. Haven't seen too many shots. There's been a couple, but they've backed out right after they've taken them. Luke Moffitt is in his 14th season with Iowa Central as a coach. They've gone on to win 7 titles under Moffitt. Anthony Fisher took a shot there.
And Eric Clark reversed by each wrestler has each other's foot here.
I wouldn't be surprised if the ref calls a stalemate, as neither wrestler is giving up that 1 foot. And if they don't give up that 1 foot, then they can't gain any ground. Only 15 seconds left in the first period.
It looks like it's going to stay this way until the end of the first period when we restart for the second period. Maybe not. 2 seconds. And that's a period. No points awarded. So it's 0-0 after the first period. Now we'll start the second period. And Iowa Central deferred to Iowa Lakes.
Eric chose to defer.
So it's going to be Anthony Fisher to start in the down position. So Eric Clark right off to a good start. No points awarded yet.
You saw there Eric Clark captured that right arm of Anthony Fisher so he wouldn't be able to build his base back up.
Now looking, got one back point, maybe not.
Nope, no, the ref is saying no back points as he wasn't there quite long enough for that one count.
Now Clark trying to turn him.
Got
2 back points.
2 back points there. So Eric Clark is now leading 2-0
And he's looking for more. He looked for more, but
over Anthony Fisher.
So only 2 back points, not the full 4. Two nothing. Eric Clark over a minute in writing time now.
If he has over a minute at the end of the match, he will gain that 1 extra point.
Clark trying to stay in bounds now. A reversal.
Reversal for Aaron Fisher.
Can be pinned. And he's pinned. Oh, wow.
Eric Clark is upset about that as he thought they were both out of bounds before he was able to pin him. But as we saw with Todd Small, Anthony Fisher dug his toe into the mat. So
Eric Clark was in control of that match and gets pinned on the outside of the circle.
Now we go to the 149 weight class. We got Yar Aldiva, a freshman out of Culpeper, Virginia, up against David Hollingsworth, a freshman out of Owings Mills, Maryland.
Iowa Lakes takes a 20-19 lead in the team score with this match and the following match left.
Stalling called to Iowa Lakes as he didn't take any shots, or he just wasted time there basically. 2 points awarded to David for that takedown. 1 point escape for Aldiva.
Two nothing in favor of Iowa Lakes. Quick here in this first period.
Yard gets the 2 points for the takedown. Hollingsworth is trying to get the 1 point for the escape, and he gets it.
So 3-3.
Both wrestlers are on the edge of the mat. If they want to do anything, they need to get towards the center so they have enough room to get the takedown and do what they need to do.
So 1:30 left to play here in the first period. We're tied at 3. Yar Aldiva and David Hollingsworth.
But a little over a minute left.
Both these.
So there's plenty of time to get something done. As you see, Hollingsworth get the 2 points for the takedown.
Both these wrestlers are from the East Coast. Aldiva is from Culpeper, Virginia, and Hollingsworth from Owings Mills, Maryland. So 5-3 in favor of Hollingsworth of Iowa Lakes.
Looks like Hollingsworth is trying to break Aldiva down so he could have something to work with. It's hard to work with something when they have their base built. But once you take down that base, it's easier to do things with. "15 seconds left in the match. Hollingsworth has a minute of writing time right now. So he'll be given that point at the end of the match. Aldiva almost got put on his back there, but he He stopped himself from being put on his back. Aldiva chose down as Hollingsworth deferred for this period. Looks like Aldiva is going to try and escape or get a reversal for 2 points. Hollingsworth now has the cradle locked in, and he's looking for the pin.
And there's the pin. And Iowa Lakes now goes up 26-19. Going into our, I believe, our final match here.
This team score 26-19, Iowa Lakes.
I think both wrestlers were shocked at the end of that match. Hollingsworth wasn't ready for, or wasn't expecting that pin, and I don't think Aldiva was either.
So a pin is worth 6 points in the team score.
Freshman from North Salem, New York, Alex Filney.
Alex Leone and Kaz Maea, the wrestlers.
Kaz is a sophomore out of Palm Coast, Florida.
She's the 157 weight, first period.
And Alex Leone is a freshman out of North Salem, New York. Iowa Central has 5 freshmen on their roster for tonight, while Iowa Lakes has only 6.
Leone has the leg.
If Leone can bring him back towards the middle of the mat, he could possibly trip him with it. You see there as Maea is bouncing on that left foot. So if Leone can trip him, he can get him down to the ground and hopefully get the 2 points for the takedown.
And Leone couldn't take advantage. He had a big opportunity, but couldn't take advantage of it. Now he has another opportunity here, but they're out of bounds.
They will restart in the neutral position, as neither one of them got a takedown there. Kaz shoots right in for that single leg. He gets the 2 points for the takedown. With a little over a minute left in the first period. The riding time for Iowa Lakes is now increasing. He's at 15 right now. The ref called a timeout as Alex Leone is bleeding and there's blood on the mat. Got to clean that up. Don't want anyone coming in contact with the opponent's blood, causing an infection. So, as we said before, we had the privilege of talking with Luke Moffitt earlier in the evening, and he had a lot of words to say about his team. He emphasized that they have a bunch of injuries. That's why we aren't seeing people like Andres Cleggan, who is out with injury. He won't be back for a couple of weeks. So we're hoping for his return because he had a lot of nice words for him, as Cleggan is ranked nationally.
And you hope that he gets back soon, because they got a lot more duels coming up that they need him for.
Luke Moffitt also said that they had a bunch of D1 schools that they faced at the beginning of the year. They went to South Dakota State for a tournament, and they also go to Iowa City for a UNI Iowa duel here in the near future.
So it looks like we're getting ready back to start up. Leone in the down position. 2-0 in favor of Iowa Lakes. First period, 45 seconds left. This is the 157 weight class.
Andres Klagan is ranked number 1 in the 174 weight class. But tonight we saw Jonah Egley, a sophomore from Fort Dodge, and Brady Vogel, a sophomore from Cherryvale, Kansas. So looking forward to getting Andres Klagan back, as he is ranked number 1 nationally. And that is according to Intermat Wrestle. That is the end of the first period here in Fort Dodge. They got more blood on the mat as Leone's nose plug came out of his nose.
So we start the second period. 2-0 lead for Maia of Iowa Lakes. Iowa Lakes leading the team score 26-19 after a couple of pins.
A couple of pins in the most recent matches, as Yar Aldive, a freshman out of Culpeper, Virginia, got pinned in the late second period.
And Eric Clark also got pinned.
As you currently just saw, there's some young fans doing push-ups. Looks like they might be getting themselves ready for when they're able to wrestle at the collegiate level.
Will be a wrestler someday.
They look like wrestlers now. Just a little young, though. Alex Leone looked over to Luke Moffitt to see what Luke wanted him to do. Luke told him to go down, as he believes Alex will be able to get 1 point for the escape.
So right now a 2-0 lead for Iowa Lakes. They also have Maia with over a minute of riding time, counting up from 120 from a minute 30 now.
Kaz was just going to try and get the chicken wing, so Leone would have one less arm to work with. Being a previous wrestler, I did not like the chicken wing.
And now almost started the back point count, did the ref, but Leone able.
1 point awarded to Leone for that escape that Maia had given him, because he knew he wasn't going to get anything out from being that close to the edge of the mat.
So now it's a 2-1 Iowa Lakes lead.
Just under a minute left in the second period. You see,
Iowa Central needs a pin here just to have a chance.
no points awarded there, and they will restart in the neutral position.
Iowa Lakes now over 2 minutes of riding time.
So that's going to be 2 points at the end of the match if it stays the way it is.
So it's 2-1 on the board, but it'd be 4-1 overall for right now.
There's just under 30 seconds left in the second period. There's plenty of time to get something done as Alex goes in for that single leg takedown. 15 seconds left, trying to get something mustered up, but it is looking like he's not going to be able to. You see that wicked move by Kaz to try and get the 2 points for the takedown, but with Leone being out of bounds, he was unable to achieve that 2 points, and that is the end of the second period here in Fort Dodge.
So one more period.
Kaz is choosing the down position, and the riding time will go under 2 minutes, so he won't be awarded the 2 points. So at the end of the match, it would be, now with that 1 point escape, it would be 4-1. So Alex needs to muster up a takedown and get some back points if he wants a chance to be able to get the win here against Kaz Mae.
And once again, the team score, Iowa Lakes leading Iowa Central 26-19 in the first home duel. And there's another takedown awarded. Another takedown for Iowa Lakes. Now 5-1 and back over 2 minutes of riding time. So overall in this match it'd be 7-1. And Iowa Lakes.
Just over a minute left here in the match. Not a whole lot of time to work with, as we're now under the 1 minute mark. And you see Alex getting his first warning for stalling, as he is not doing anything while on bottom.
Nick stalling call will result in a point for Iowa Lakes. We've seen that a couple times on Iowa Lakes this match, but
you've seen it called a lot in this duel. There's just under 30 seconds left in the match. Look at, there is Alex's second stalling warning, leading to a point for Iowa Lakes.
It's now 6-1.
1 point escape for Leone, as he is able to get out of that.
But only 15 seconds left here in this 157 weight matchup. So it looks like Iowa Lakes is going to take this matchup as well. 5 seconds left. No points awarded. Well, now there is, and that's
2 points awarded to Iowa Lakes.
So 8-2 plus 3 extra points for 3 minutes of riding time.
Final team score is 29 Iowa Lakes to Iowa Central's 19.
So as you said, 29-19, the final here in our first Iowa Central home duel.
The first of 2. The second one is coming later on in January, and that will be against Ellsworth, who is currently ranked number 1 in NJCAA collegiate wrestling.
And we'll have that for you later in January. For Roman, I've been Reese Webb. Thank you for joining us on the Triton Nation Network.